Put it in it.
Welcome to another episode of the People's Mic. And as always, happy Saturday. I am Jim Peoples. Introduce yourself.
Orlando Perez. Nathan Orton.
Damn right you are. What are you talking about? What's going on in the world? Now you can do it.
Well, that is okay. I walked in, I saved. I don't know where this is going to go, but we'll see. I'm really a student of you right now because I've listened to you in the past. So it's the first of the month, which for me just means
being the first of the month. February, what do you mean?
it's the first of the month.
About it, though.
But I mean, you literally cut me off as I was getting to it. What was that? We got to work on the dynamic. I'm not trying to.
But you're a little too hype right now.
You know Orlando's time. Your time.
The other day you were just like this. You were just like.
Because
Now you're you. Now you're you.
I think. Thank you. This is me.
Yeah. This, I mean, maybe it's a little too much right now. But
I appreciate you the other day saying that because I was overdoing the edibles and it changed who I was as a person for like 4 days and I was real depressed and it was I went to that mic and you were like, "Are you sick?"
yeah.
It was good to have someone anyways.
But I didn't say it in a mean way.
I know. That's good to hey, you got something on your face. Okay, thank you. Anyways. So it's the first of the month. I swiped my Metro card and unbeknownst to me didn't have my time ran out.
Yeah.
And I jumped. I just jumped it.
Just made decisions.
I said, fuck it.
Yeah, fuck it.
And it's very easy to jump.
Where were you?
I was at Brooklyn, Halsey Station.
Brooklyn Station. I never drank it.
Okay.
That's why I hate going to Brooklyn. I don't know it.
So this is the J. So what I thought is a nice little challenge for myself, and as a privileged white guy who looks like a villain, it's weird to pick this month, but it's also the shortest month, so that helps. I was going to try to make it the whole month without paying for the Metro.
You should.
Do you think I could get away with it?
You could get away with even documenting it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. You can document it. Yeah.
What do you
I mean, just like take the little day.
And this is the perfect month to do it.
Yes.
Yes.
That's bananas. See, me, it's just another thing. I mean, nobody gives a shit.
Are people going to hate the idea or be like,
But just see how
No, because you're actually trying to show people, like, look, I'm a white man, look what I can get away with.
Yeah.
This is wrong.
That's
Yeah.
actually
So if you pick that angle, obviously, like, look what I can get away with because I'm white. This is fucked up.
get the secret app on your phone where you can take
The month of February.
How cops treat you. You're not going to get caught. But
yeah. Well,
if you do,
well, you got to remember. So, I've gotten into
I
it
would
with.
take that.
That's great.
That's great.
I've gotten into it with people just because, I understand how things are, not as other people do, but I have an idea. But it's we still do get in trouble. So,
Yes.
just because I've heard you schooling people.
Yes.
Is there you said something about a trick to just go through it?
It's different. If you need to use the tricks, if you're just not hopping,
Yeah.
there's all kinds of I reach around things that I've done. There's the step over. There's it depends on which. If there's one of those what's it called? On 4th Street.
The gate thing, you can just
On
go
the
through
A,
the door.
yeah.
Okay.
There's the gate, but it's next to a door. And so
Some doors are open.
reach around.
Some doors you just gotta pull real hard and they open.
And thanks to a lot of homeless people, they break the door. So, there's certain stations I know the doors are always broken. If there's a homeless person that lives
A lot of doors
next to it, usually the doors are broken.
That's great.
You can.
I'm gonna appropriate the hell out of this. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah, hang on right here. This is a podcast before the mic. You can chime in. What do you do?
Spoken word poetry.
What is that?
This is it's a very ancient instrument.
You look amazing. you look like you're the guy.
Let's hope that translates into a good performance.
Yeah. I can tell he looks smart, man. He looks like he knows some shit.
So that mustache, I was like, this is gonna be good.
Say it. We're live on Facebook. This podcast. You can say your name loud, whatever.
Thomas Moran is my government name. My stage name is @Protest For Us.
Hell yeah. More than welcome. Have a seat. You can chime in. And close the curtain for us. Yeah, I mean, I call myself a hop star. That's what I call it.
Yeah.
I was trying to make a t-shirt and everything, and I was trying to find the right hopping logo. But now they're doing the protest on, I guess it passed. I guess it's January 31st. It wasn't a big deal.
Yeah,
But, was it about hot turnstile? I missed it.
There's a what?
God damn it.
There was a protest.
This is just a modified mic.
Huh?
It's just a modified mic.
Oh, is it? I said it looked Mikey, but then it looked like something.
Yeah.
Looks mighty.
Mikey, like it looked like
I think it
Michael.
looks
Looked like
mighty.
That's a good.
it looked strong. It looked
Like you could summon. It looks like something Moses carried.
Yeah.
It looks like a snake that turned into a wooden stick. You're a wizard.
Gods. No, they had the
I've
dope
been called
logo
worse things.
of
Oh shit.
they had a logo of somebody jumping the turnstile. I was trying to find that logo and use it. Whatever.
Yeah. So, what's the? Okay, I'm gonna ask two questions that you'll have the answer to both. So, the first question is a little more in depth. I heard you once say something about the turnstile itself. If you go like 1, 2, 3, 1, it makes it.
New Jersey transit turnstiles. If you pull them far enough, they have to reset, so they automatically push forward. So if you count the clicks, it'll click like 1, 2, 3.
So New York ones don't do that.
broken. New York ones don't. No, New Jersey ones are broken like that.
What I see a lot of people do is like they put their leg in between the two,
Yeah,
and
it's
then they
slide.
kind of just
the slide
kind of
rule.
can just walk through.
If you have skinny up enough legs.
Ooh, I got skinny legs. I'm north of 6 foot. This is perfect for me.
I saw
I wanna
the World Trade Center, tall people, and you walk behind a tall person. I've seen them just step over it and go through. It's the coolest shit to see. They just step. It's like they don't see this shit. They don't even respect it. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, these long arms and legs didn't make me a good athlete, but maybe I can not pay.
Now you cannot wait.
Yeah.
And I
wanna do a
feel
quick
like
math.
You
MGM.
know what I think? I think black people should impair, at least in February.
I think people over a certain age should pay.
At least in February.
Shoot that shot. Good.
I shot it.
Good. You shot it. Yeah.
February.
Say it again. Say it one more time.
Because
It's
Say the month.
African American
Say
History
it.
Month.
Okay. Good job.
it's leaf black here. Yeah. It's leaf black.
I hate you so much. So
Black
much.
History Month.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Not a Black History Month.
No.
So,
Good.
I don't want to hijack this conversation,
Do it.
but I want more feedback from you guys. But this topic has me excited.
About the train?
So, like, what is the most? 2 questions. Here's my new 2 questions because you answered the first of the first pair. It's like,
Yeah.
what's the most effective / efficient / easiest, all E words, the safest way to do this? And 2, how would you get caught? Are there like incognito fucking MTA police?
There's
There are, but
What
there's
if you're-
specific stops.
yes, at certain stops, especially high traffic
You can
stops.
tell. You can tell.
Yeah.
You just,
There's always
if
cops
you
on
see people
14th
just, if
Street.
you see people just standing there looking like they're not doing anything.
Yeah, if
They're
there's somebody there,
cops.
usually don't.
But also, they're usually like dressed like
But
Jimmy.
also,
They have like a hat. They have like
What are you
a,
talking
they have like jeans like him, and they have like a Giants jersey or Yankees hat. Some New York,
A black
New York
sports fan.
Yeah, but they're usually white.
I know.
Usually.
Because you say you look like Jimmy.
They look
Like,
like-
make it a bad joke.
Also, you can assume. You're like, officer, you know how to get to me? And you're like, oh, I'm not a cop. And you just go, oh,
That's great. Officer, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Do you know how to... Yes. I don't really have a question. Walk away. I was going to be elite. I was going to steal
Usually,
from the city.
I wait until the traffic is done. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes it's a waiting game. And you're good.
I'm sorry, I'm so excited.
Do it.
What if... okay. What if you time it...
Huh? Yeah, I like it. I like it.
What if you time
Very
it
young, sexy.
so that the train is coming
Yes.
and you literally, like, you can make eye contact with the cop guy and you just run and go over the turnstile, go into the train, like, will they be like, no, stop the train?
No, usually they travel too. So usually sometimes they'll
One is
separate.
inside.
And one will be inside.
Yeah.
They'll measure like catch it down in the blue shirt.
Oh.
If there's a cop there.
That's great.
What the ones that don't stop you are the ones when they change the money. And that guy, they'll just watch you. I've done that several times because he's not allowed to leave that guy with the money. So he's not the cop. He's just I jumped in front of them thousands.
So MTA, no, I've jumped in front of an MTA worker in the box, and they're just, they pretend they don't see it.
No, they don't.
So that's why the J station has one of those people, but there's never, the only people standing by the turnstile look like they're trying to hop it, but they don't have the confidence. I just see like short people in shitty clothing standing on the side of the turnstile, like waiting for a benevolent guy, like, oh, I have a spare car. But it's like, no, I got long legs.
I don't like begging. All I got
Doing
you got to swipe.
The problem is, like, let's say maybe
my
that
body
person,
is my swipe.
maybe that person already has a ticket, so they don't want to risk getting a second one, and then they'll go to bookings.
Okay.
Say that again.
They'll go to bookings.
No, say that whole part. I missed it.
If you have a ticket already, and then you get another one, you can go to bookings.
Oh yeah, if you check your record, yeah, they'll take you. Not if you got a ticket. If you have one. If you haven't paid the ticket at a certain time, you'll get a warrant, and that you'll get a whole mess.
Once you're on the train and it takes off, are you officially safe?
Yeah,
It's got to be. Okay.
That's why you
Like
watch.
you cross street line, you cross the stop line, like
Yeah.
station lines, and you're safe.
Yeah.
Unless
I
the
got
train's not pulling off, the train pulls off. What was I gonna say? I watched the when the train's coming. So it's like 2 minutes left,
Yes.
1 minute left, 1 minute left. Train's coming. I don't do it when there's a lot of time,
Yeah.
But if the train is coming, you jump on the train and go.
Yeah, so I'll just check. Mo, right? Was that Mo?
Yeah, bro.
So like today is the first of the month, and my Metro card isn't reloaded yet, but I forgot. It was like, oh, denied, and I just jumped it. And I was like, what if I just did this the whole month, see if I can get away with not paying $127? And so this whole podcast so far, I've been asking his advice.
The whole month of Black History Month as a white man.
Yeah, and we can document
I
it.
wanted
Like,
to
what I
take
got.
it, document it.
That is fucked up to do it this month, but
I don't know. I feel like when white people jump a turnstile, that's white privilege.
And I love seeing. I love seeing anybody jump, but I also love seeing
I don't like seeing white people.
white. I like seeing white couples jump because that's adorable.
They're in it for the long run.
Yeah, they're in it. Yeah.
you say you don't like seeing white people jump it?
No, because I feel like you're using your white privilege. You know what I'm saying?
No, because if I get caught, I'll get in trouble. So the point is not getting caught.
You'll get a different trouble.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's different trouble.
It's different.
$100 fine? What's the fine for
I don't
a black
think you'll get
person?
the fine. We go to jail. What
That's
else?
the right guys.
Yeah.
Lose your life.
Yeah.
Not the turnstile.
So if you have a turnstile, black.
My whole thing is.
Whenever these conversations come up, I like to just actually be honest. So has a black person been killed for jumping the turnstile? I'm just curious.
Yeah.
Okay, of course not.
But it's possible.
If
Yeah, it's definitely.
And all he has to do.
Have you
is-
seen?
and all he has to do, he jumps the turnstile, cop stops him.
But I'm
and-
sure that-
hold the fuck on. If he says, hey, the cop says, can I see your ID? And then now, this is where it escalates. He can either give his ID or be like, no. Now he's what's it called? Resisting, and it could go. It depends on the mood, and see, it could escalate so much faster.
This is interesting because
No, there you go. That's what I was gonna say.
because like
Because
all
he
right,
went straight to death. He's like, oh, how many people have died?
Yeah, not yet.
No death, but
But the chance.
the chances of a black man getting beat up
yes,
physically way higher than a white man
Escalate,
getting beat up. The
escalate.
white man's just gonna get the ticket. All right.
yeah. I'm not to not.
And the black man might not get killed, but he's gonna get
But
fucked
there's
up.
a chance.
So like
But there's a slight chance that
It can
there's,
escalate.
yes.
I'm never one to like denounce the struggles of any other type of demographic other than myself. I get it.
That's just how you have to look at it.
Yes. So like I don't want to be disrespectful to the plight of other people and blah blah blah. But like, what if I do that and the cop people see me, they're gonna be like, hey, and then I'll show them my ID, which is probably the smart thing to do because you guys added in like being like fuck you, running away.
If
That's
they-
might
usually
be worse.
their
Do we
tolerance
ever
level-
acknowledge that?
They're
In those
Acknowledge
situations,
what?
like when a cop, like I've always been taught, and this is interesting to me. Like I've always been taught, just be respectful, swallow your pride, and do what they say. And so, is that universal advice, or do you think that's
Yeah, that's
okay? So if you don't do that, regardless of
but
whatever you
it's-
look like,
It's still not even that. though.
bad.
It's not even, you already stereotype, just categorize before you even say it.
Yeah.
From the cop's perspective.
Yeah.
Like they see me, they see you.
Hey, grab that mic, Mo. Grab that mic.
Yeah.
I don't think it's on
Is it
yet.
on?
I don't think it's
Check, Nate. Check what's on.
Nah. Is it on? Can I? You keep talking.
No, that's all. Let's get over
No. I appreciate what you said. We don't agree 100%, but that's okay because we're like healthy, competent mental. We can talk about it. That's important. A lot of white dudes wouldn't sit here and have the balls to even go as far as I have, which I don't even think I've said anything wrong.
Yeah.
But like,
No, you're also just trying to understand.
I'm just trying to figure it out. These conversations are great. We should all be having them. White people are scared to have them. I can't speak for other people. Overdoing the woke shit. Just agreeing with you. Yes, you're right. Like, I would never do that, but I think you have a lot of valid points.
Yeah. I mean, it's just too different. Like,
Exactly.
you already just put in a box already when the cops see you.
Yeah, profile.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But like for you, they just see you like, all right, whatever, you know. Or I'll give you a
They
warning.
see you and they think, white guy, non-threatening. Do I feel like dealing with this today? They see him threatening.
Like, you probably got some warning.
Yeah, he probably there's a better chance that he has a warning.
Legitimate question, not even just trying to be.
Of course. No, this is brilliant. I love it.
Have you ever gotten out of a ticket by saying who your brother is?
One time. Oh, this is funny.
Good job.
This is going to be funny.
Good.
You just. This might even be it could be a bit now. Thanks. So it happened one time. I did not mention my brother, but he recognized my last name. And here's the cherry on top. Why I think it might be funny. The cop was black, and I just thought it makes it. Yeah, well, he was like, "Oh, my son's a big fan." I'm like, "Thank you, sir." That whole thing. But it's just ironic that the cop happened to be black, who let me off.
He just doesn't want to. He was white, but he doesn't want to say he was white because he's going to get in trouble.
Still.
No, there's no reason to lie about that. No. The fact that the cop was black just makes the irony, the silliness of the whole situation is more absurd. No, but what I like about what you said is I wouldn't like that because you're using your white privilege. Is like when they brought up documented, and I was like, people aren't going to like that. So I already anticipated that people seeing, like if I documented it and say, look what I'm getting away with, it's not right, people would still be like, yeah, then don't do it. Yeah. But for me, I'm just trying to save $127.
Absolutely. Just save money.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, man.
You what?
No, I've always had
That
always had my past.
Yeah.
You know?
Me too.
I don't know. But like, I don't know. So I always thought it was weird when I see people hop the turnstile and wait for the train. Why are you doing it? Like, you want to get caught. You know what I'm saying? You hop the turnstile when the train's arriving.
You keep moving.
Yeah, you know? I don't know, man.
It's an adrenaline thing.
Yeah, sometimes.
I feel like I'm too tall for it.
No, you can step right over.
I think the advantage helps.
You step right over. You guys bring those knee to the chest and step through it.
One time
I was slow motion hurdle.
I was in a hurry. I swiped, but it was fucked up, and the train was coming. I was like, "Fuck this! I've paid for it. I'm not hopping."
Yeah.
And I just, it's like I've done that a lot. But like,
that's totally fine. But when you just like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm just hop.
She took my money the other day. I was paying for a pass, and I was like, "Oh, you really want me to?" I just talked to the machine. I was like, "Well, if you're just gonna sit here and rob me, then fair game." And I showed the front desk lady. I showed her a receipt. But that whole process of getting your money back, you might as well.
I heard it's a process.
Yeah, they nail it to you, and then bullshit.
That's bullshit, actually.
But am I supposed to spend more money after you just stole money from me?
That's bullshit. You got to go to a different teller or whatever they're called.
No, they don't think.
No, yes, because one time I got like
every time they tell me
this Indian lady gave me the fucking letter. She's like, "Oh, you're gonna have to do this, do that." And I was like, "Yo, but I gotta get in the train now." So I just went to the other side. And it was a black lady. And she's like, "Oh, don't worry, child." She was like an older black woman. And she's like, "No, here you go." She just gave me a whole new Metro card with the money that I'm supposed to have. Perfect.
If you had one of the situations where you were in a hurry and it's acting stupid, and you proved like, "Hey, I pay monthly."
Well, usually the person in the fucking booth there left the door open.
Yeah. If you ask,
or like people coming out and just running.
Yeah.
You know?
That's the main.
I had that happen to me where I double swiped it. I could get through. It was a 15-minute thing, and I just went to the box. I was like, "Oh," and it was not busy at all late at night. And I was like, "Ma'am, I can't get. It wouldn't let me through. Can you open it?" And she's like, "You've already used it." It's just, and I mean, it was an anti-privileged situation. She didn't want to help me, and I've been in those situations a lot. So but I know it's not a big deal. It's not systemic fucking oppression. So I can't. But it's funny to me because I notice those things. But I'm like, yeah, you don't want to help me, of course. But I mean, but it's like
you might have a lot of those this month.
yeah. But it's like
I think it's getting worse. It elevates during Black History Month.
I feel like
Yeah.
So, we got 29 days.
Yeah, called Kobe Bryant month.
Shit.
No?
all right.
So, as soon as you stretch before you throw those out there, you gotta, you know.
I mean, well with that.
Someone like I've never been a big basketball fan or anything. I don't dig up people's rape allegations and research, and so I don't know anything about that. All I know is I saw someone share
Is
this.
he canceled?
Huh?
Ooh,
Cancel. Is he canceled?
who?
Ari?
Yeah.
Oh, Ari?
Cancel for what?
What he said.
Where'd you cancel it?
I don't know.
Oh, he's asking.
He was like, he's like,
When he'll be fine. He just did it. He told a stupid joke. Just and of course you gotta fall back for a minute.
Yeah.
That's the heat when you do the wrong shit.
We'll get into the Ari thing
He'll be fine.
for sure.
I was just, because people were making a big deal about it. I was just like, all right. One, he's a comedian, he's an asshole. So it's like,
He's an asshole.
Like,
Yeah.
He picked the wrong one.
Yeah.
He shot a shot, but don't.
So
Brett.
there's a Facebook comedian group called STL Comedians. I'm from St. Louis, so like I'm still part of that, and I'm watching the conversation. And someone posted that there was death threats to Ari. They canceled a show at I guess New York.
Comedy show.
I don't know. I'm not going to
show.
he said,
This is
I
happening.
I would imagine it would be in LA.
a comedy club in New York.
Oh yeah, stand. One of the stands.
So, but
Stand is home.
what do you guys think about the death threats? Do you think
No, that's not cool.
it's not cool, right? I agree with you. But like, see,
It's not warranted. Just type something you hang.
If you got punched in the face,
If
it's
somebody
like, okay,
says something,
that's
make you
fine.
angry.
That's not fine.
Nah,
So like,
I'm
yeah, it's like, look, I don't think any jokes about Kobe have been tasteful, funny, or clever. It's like, quit. It's a fucking sad thing. Let people just whatever.
I think the only way to tell a joke after somebody dies is to tell a story that associates you to that person.
Yes.
Tell a funny
Yeah.
story. Yeah, meaningful.
Yeah.
That's the only way you should tell it. If it's not to reminisce on that person's spirit, then no matter if they did something good or bad, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
The only way to tell a story, get the fuck out of there.
Hitler's paintings, dude.
What?
He said whether they were good or bad. I took that as my premise, Orlando.
Okay,
Take
yeah.
notes.
Yeah. If anything's a greater person after they're dead, you got to pay for it. You know. I
Yeah.
don't know.
I saw comics in this group justifying the death threats and then arguing against the comics who are like, it's okay to make jokes. But I think any level-headed person, you only see the extremes, the two sides. I think any level-headed person is like, the jokes are tasteless, people make them, who cares? It's not, like, just ignore it.
Yeah.
But there's these two schools of thought that are like combating, like, no, you should make the jokes, or no, you deserve to die. Like,
Shouldn't those be called schools of thought? I think they should be called thoughts. Because when I hear school of thought, I'm thinking like a philosopher, fucking, school of thought amongst social media people. That's not a school of thought. They're just people talking shit.
they're too extreme. No, like, there's school of thought.
Plato and Socrates, those are schools of thought. Not like two different groups of like.
I'm not saying it's philosophyuniversity.com, motherfucker. I'm saying these two.
I'm also just fucking.
Is a school of fish a building of? Are they learning math, Orlando?
It's a realm of thought.
A school of thought. It's like, oh shit! Oh, you guys are philosophizing on
There's a group of fish. There's groupthink. That's actually perfect. So that's wow. It all comes around. It all connects, Orlando. Thanks for your stupid remarks. It turned into a click. I'm just kidding.
They're not stupid.
I know. I'm a comedian.
Yeah. Fuck you.
Who's that?
It's hand gestures.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
What did I just say? I saw the gentleman.
No movie talk.
No, but
Let's
why?
keep talking about the swiping. Let's keep talking about the school of thought.
Dude, I want to see this movie.
You gotta see it.
Yeah, so don't
I gotta
talk
see it again because I went and I was on an edible and it was disturbing.
You want edibles again?
I mean, here on the weekend.
Yeah.
Wait,
Does that take place with having any connection with Kingsman?
No, it's just different realm. Just a standalone movie. It was a little disturbing, and it was more disturbing because I was on. You gotta see it.
Kingsman, it's crazy.
The Kingsman. The first Kingsman. This is a new one, right?
Yeah, there's a part 2.
Part 2.
Part 2 was cool.
Yeah, the first one was cool. Yeah.
That's why I thought that. I
No,
thought it was like a
gentlemen.
part of
I like movies like that. I like movies with a lot of characters.
Bro, the scene in the church and they was playing Freebird.
Yeah, that was
That
bananas.
was crazy.
That was out of control.
Playing song for
My new rule is now never do an edible and go see a movie you've never seen before. Because you
Especially if it's not comedy.
yeah, it was
No, the problem was that the movie has too many characters.
too many
You're high,
characters. I was like,
You're
wait.
all over the place.
First, I thought I got trapped in the movie because I was like, this movie is long. It's what you mean? The Gentleman.
Okay, so that's like the Guy Ritchie thing. It's like
Guy
Snatch,
Ritchie.
Lock, Stock, Two
Yeah.
Smoking, all the
Yeah.
Revolver.
Yeah.
That's my favorite genre. I don't even know what the genre's called, but like Guy. Oh, I got. What would you give it out of a 10? And then go back to
It
it.
was 10. 10. It's bananas. It was. People walked out because they couldn't handle it. A couple people walked out.
Is it gory?
Some people walked out there. It was a racist part. It was not gory. It was intense. Intense would be the word.
Like John Wick intense?
No, emotionally intense. Some weird shit happened. I don't want to spoil it yet. It's too early. You know,
I probably won't see it.
you will see it. And a lot of women were. It was bothering.
Anti-woman.
No, it wasn't anti-woman. It was just certain scenes. I'm not gonna ruin it for you.
Yeah,
It was really good, and I was like, I'm too high for this shit.
Like the Star Wars movie, you know?
Star Wars. Yeah, that was terrible.
Damn, I ain't hear shit
Yeah,
about
it was terrible.
I was gonna go to the
It was it was alright.
Well, I mean,
Bad Boys was decent. You saw that.
oh, really? I
Yeah.
heard some mixed reviews on
I started watching Expanse because there's nothing else to watch. It's all these like stars and space movies, and I'm like, what you got? Hi.
Not movie talk.
Yeah, bully. Yeah, bully back. You don't like movie talk. Oh shit! You must not have nowhere to go. Welcome back to the bottom. Misho Shakur is making a presence. Okay, ask him something.
Misha, what do you think about jumping a turnstile?
It's great, man. Fuck the police. Let all those guys. They're doing great stuff.
I've never been a fuck the police guy. I've been angry enough where I've been like, sometimes fuck that cop, but not.
I think you're saying that because it's on the podcast.
No, I'm torn. I'm older now. When I was younger, maybe I was like, yeah, fuck all cops. But then there's like this stories, you know. There's
The idea of cops you're for.
because you know what? Sometimes you're gonna need to call somebody for help.
Yeah.
You know, and
Let's show the game.
I
yeah.
like fuck 75% of the cops.
No, I don't think it's
Let me
enough.
ask you this,
There's
can I ask you
shitty
this?
people and there's really good people.
If you call the cops, how long do you want it to take before they go?
No more than 5 minutes.
Wow.
I don't know. Is there 5 minutes? You know?
5 minutes means they're going to have to be maybe keeping a closer eye on you. They're going to have to be more
I
cops.
I feel like 15, 20 is like,
till they come.
yeah, like 15 minutes. 15
Yeah.
minutes.
The trick is you gotta say that something crazy happened. You're gonna be like, oh, this guy has a gun, even if he doesn't.
I mean, you can still
Well,
die.
if he has a gun, it's too long.
Takes 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Takes 10 seconds to get fucked up.
Yeah.
Need help. You know? Just yeah.
I don't know. For me, I've always had a bad experience with cops. Like, I've always been, like, harassed and just, like, on some crazy shit. So I've always had to, like, tell them, like, fuck cops, and, like, also, I respect cops. I mean, like...
Is that good? You know? Because you're getting older.
Yeah, but also, too, it's just, like, it's a job. You know what I'm saying?
it is
Like,
a-
I can't, like,
it's a
you the
shitty-
cop,
it's a-
I can't hate you because, like,
You
was
pick
like,
that job.
It's like, you still gotta take care of your family and do all this
Yeah.
other shit. You're not
You're still a person.
asshole. Yeah, you
You're
know?
still a fucking person.
Even though most of them are assholes.
Like one of my cousins got his like 3 front teeth broke up by a cop.
What I learned
He got
was
fucked up.
all the nice cops
He was in the hospital for like 2 weeks.
Shit.
they work in the precinct.
What'd you say?
All the nice
Yeah.
cops work in the precinct.
Do the safe jobs. Those
Like,
are
for real, I
Yeah.
swear to God, like,
Yeah.
yeah, because all the cops on the streets are assholes. Like, when I went to jail,
I don't want to deal with everybody's fucking problems, though.
Yeah.
Everybody, and have to reset your mind for the next person.
Right.
You know, because you don't want to take the bullshit that you dealt with the past person.
Right.
You know, so I don't want. You know,
It's a tough job, but they chose it.
yeah, you did
Yeah,
choose.
definitely.
You did choose it, so you should
But also, too, when you fucking recruit like ex-military or veterans to become cops, then that's where it's correct. That's where like the problem is. You know, post-traumatic, like all this shit, like it's wild. Like,
What do you guys think about cops blowing bubbles in public, like bubblegum bubbles?
You try
I'm
using
for it. I think we should all have like fanny packs and
Yeah.
suspenders too.
And like blowing bubbles,
And take the intimidation
Yeah.
down a little.
you know, they're true to bubblicious.
Yeah, that would be nice. Or better.
It's unprofessional. It's unprofessional. I still want my cops to be professional.
and I will
No
say,
gum chewing.
No gum
no
chewing.
blowing
No
bubbles.
chewing, no smoking
I
weed.
will say it's a lot of fun lady cops out here.
Yeah, if all cops were ladies,
Yeah. But they can only ladies.
I feel like the month of February should only.
That's a lifeguard, not a cop.
Jimmy, what do you think about this? The month of February, only black cops. Okay.
Only black cops?
Month of February, only black cops.
But I feel like black cops are like basketball players, right? I want to see my cops in high positions. You know what I mean?
Also, too, you
Like
got,
the lieutenant.
also,
Yeah,
too, you see,
lieutenants and detectives.
you see boys in the hood. You got cops like that. You got black cops like that too.
Because they have something to prove.
You think so?
Yeah.
internalized.
It's the asshole cop, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Because some have been pressured, like, yo, you've been easy on black people, so you got to be tougher.
Yeah.
And then, but some are like, yo, I just did it for the job and got
Exactly.
in before they got checked. You
Listen,
know?
man, power corrupts. That's period. So if you're gonna become, you're the type of person you want to be a cop. There's that. Then you get the power, then you have to still be a good person.
Yeah.
Doing it. That's just. It's unlikely.
One time,
And then good.
there was an a off-duty cop came to my restaurant. We were closed. It was like 11 p.m. He comes in drunk. This is a true story. He comes in drunk, and he starts like harassing me. He's like, "Hey, can you make me food?" And I was like, "It was in East Harlem." He's like, "Make me food." And I was like, "Dude, we're closed, sir. We're closed, sir." And then he takes out his badge. He's like, "I'm a cop." I'm like, "I'm sorry, but we're closed. I know you. I understand you're a police officer.
If you're an
but we're
asshole, you're an
closed."
asshole.
So I told him, I was like, you know, if you keep talking to me, I'm gonna call the actual police. I'm gonna call the police and come get you.
Also great.
And he left.
What's your bag?
But no, he was like really trying to get me to make him quit. I was like, no, dude. And I was like, this is my restaurant, so like literally, I'm not. No.
Oh, you ever meet Mexican cops?
And that being said,
Spanish cops?
if
Latino
he
cops?
was rude asking you, that's one thing. But you should leave him for some food, man.
Nope.
He's drunk? He said
He was
no?
drunk. He was
You
rude.
should
I
have
said no.
made you some food.
If he would have asked nicely, I would have thought about it.
If he was nice, I'd be like, nigga, some food.
You should have
Like,
cut
hey,
open an avocado and let it there for like 5 minutes.
Here
Here you go.
go. Sit in front of us.
yeah, if you're an asshole,
Nah, I was legit a little scared, you know.
Kill
I was
with
like, yo,
kindness,
this
man.
guy like just whips out his fucking gun. And...
I feel like cops should be trained by the Chick-fil-A staff.
My pleasure.
Yeah, those motherfuckers.
So they're just all homophobic?
Even in New York. Well, fuck.
No,
At the low level, not the
That doesn't
fucking
affect the cops.
CEO. Yeah, fucking
Blowing each other in here?
you guys.
Hey, what was your most...
Fuck.
My
Okay.
worst experience with a cop is a girl that's grabbing my shirt because I hit on her friend. It was a fat girl. I was like, no. And I'm like, fuck you. And she grabbed my shirt. She was drunk. So I grabbed her wrist so she wouldn't rip my shirt. All of a sudden, Billy Club goes right here, and I get thrown to the ground. I wanted to rip this dude's fucking head off because, like, I was being assaulted by the woman, and the cop assaults me. Because when a cop has the opportunity to rough you up, they'll take it. It like power corrupts. Like you said, they get out
They
there
go from 0 to
aggression,
100.
and you can't. It's like I was in that. I was like, dude. I was like, get rid of your badge, your gun, your taser, fucking shirts off. I just wanted to break his fucking face. But I just had to take it. And it's ever since then I've kind of had this bitterness. I get it. A little.
But did you get fucked up?
A little.
Or it was just
A little. I get it a little.
was it just the baton or whatever on your neck?
Dude, it was like, and then he like threw me down. I was like, it was.
That fucking baton feels like a different material. It doesn't. Like when you see him, like, yeah, I can take that shit.
And I still wear my shirt.
Like, when you catch it a couple times, fuck. I got poked in the stomach once when I was 12.
Oof.
Yeah, they fucked us up when
You smacking a really looking?
no, it was a bunch of us. I wasn't that big. I was regular, skinny. I was fast. So
But he was bald, so
I wasn't bald yet. You know, they just beat it. You know, we were throwing eggs against the other crew, and then we got caught. It was Halloween, mischief night. And we were that was in the back of the paddy wagon. They just started fucking us all up. One by one, they took us to the precinct. Like, we're gonna call your parents. And like, well, some of us they don't have parents. And yeah, but we were with the other crew, so it was like they didn't know who was with who. So they would let some go and it'd be like, yo, and the other guys would be like, yo, we're gonna catch your boy, and then. It was weird.
Still trying to kill each other.
Oh yeah.
Jimmy, have you got fucked up by a cop?
No.
Any of you guys?
No. No, I got it. Everything was probably great. Jason Davis here.
Never been roughed up by a cop.
You've been roughed up by a cop. You have cop face. You have beautiful.
Cop face.
Yeah. You have no recruit face.
I yes sir face.
Yes sir. No, I can't. I can't say I've had super terrible experiences.
So no one's. Can anyone on a spectrum of physicality? Has anyone like matched what I?
I said my cousin got his teeth knocked out.
Yeah.
And he was in the hospital for 2 weeks. His eyes were bloodshot red. He was in the hospital for 2 weeks.
Keeping the conversation going because I'm sure I can.
And now he's like a professor in.
Maybe was he drunk?
In Texas. No, he was sober. It was during the Occupy Wall Street.
Jesus.
Yeah, over here at Occupy Wall Street, and the cops just fucked him up, and to this day he doesn't have teeth. Like,
does he have like the
two front teeth?
Yes, the
Now he has like his doctor. No, fuck, they're fucking. They don't pay him enough. He's going for his doctorate now in Texas at the University of Austin. Nah, man.
What'd you say? What'd you say? So he's just teaching with no teeth?
Oh. Two front teeth.
Oh, I can't respect that.
Or
guy.
2 bottom teeth. The bottom teeth. Right? It's the bottom teeth.
That's what. Yeah. Big fear getting all the teeth out.
Bro, you get 2 gold teeth for like
Yeah,
I think he likes the symbolism of it too, though. Like kind of like he's very anti-police, and he's like, look this.
How young was he?
We were probably like 20.
Does he eat pussy through his teeth?
It's easy.
He can really stimulate the clit.
Maybe that's why he's not getting teeth. He's like, hey, this is
like,
going
it
works. Better than
Better
the clear right in the middle right there.
You can just suck the clit through the teeth.
Yeah, the teeth.
The hard edges.
That can't be good. There's no way that can be good.
You know, I read a book called She Comes First, and apparently it's good to put your teeth on the hood of the clit, but not bite, obviously, just the pressure while you lick the bottom. All right, sorry.
You need techniques like that to rest the tongue, you know?
Yes.
You keep going.
I gotta hide the teeth by
your
the
neck,
lips.
man. You have a neck bracelet.
You guys ever get like suffocated? Like your nostrils are getting
15 minutes is the minimum, right?
Bro, it takes
15
so
minutes.
long.
Minimum 15 minutes.
It takes so long.
You gotta do like
Yeah.
And I even think I'm
You
good at
gotta
it.
practice. You gotta practice your breathing.
the breathing is the hard part.
My nose will start running.
Yeah.
You're bored?
You have to breathe through your mouth. You have to breathe through your mouth.
My girlfriend will be like, "Do you need to blow your nose?" I'm like, "Yes." I'm like, no, because you ever eat pussy?
I need a beer.
And it tastes like boogers.
And all of a sudden, there's you're like, my snot is on her vagina.
When you go to the asshole.
Cleanse the palate with the asshole. You gotta cleanse it. At the end of the day, it's gonna go back to sex, guys.
Sorbet.
Police brutality, fucking.
This girl I was saying called the crocodiling. Because when you go down, you can only see the eyes like a crocodile. Funniest shit I ever heard in my life. She was like, "Yeah, I like it when you crocodile." And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" I can only see your eyes.
Death roll to the asshole.
What's the skin called between the vagina and the asshole?
Taint.
The taint.
Yeah,
You get bited by the
many
taint.
Is that taint or choke?
You said something.
Yeah,
that's a choke.
I think chode, isn't it? A chode's a short, fat penis, right?
Yeah.
Like a tuna can.
Yeah.
Fleshy tuna can. Chode. And a taint, I believe a taint.
I forgot. I remember.
Taint is between the
Asshole.
Taint.
And it's the same on a man and a woman, right? So a taint. Oh, yeah. Gotta be careful. What about, I heard Grendel before.
Grendel, yeah.
Grendel. That sounds like a type.
Yeah,
I heard
it does. Sounds like a
Greek
Viking
god
character.
monster.
It's the monster in Beowulf.
Yeah.
There you go. I didn't know that.
His beard tells me that he's a
Yeah, he
scholar.
definitely-
He's got that scholar beard.
Knows European,
I saw him at the train. He was
European
ready to
mythology.
Yeah, it was a Beowulf. Yeah, of course.
It's a load of cheese.
Between the pussy and the asshole,
This
it's the
guy
fourth
too.
meal.
It's like he knows a lot of conspiracy theories.
I do?
Yeah, definitely.
Sunglasses. And
Yeah.
that would off.
Definitely supposed to. They know you on the dark web. I think we can wrap this up, right?
Yeah,
This was fun.
This is
good.
This is probably the best.
Omar's back.
This was a good one.
This is a good one.
It was
This is no
informative.
bad
It
one.
was.
This is just the one we got through.
There was good conversation that needs to happen.
I'm done. We're going to go live at the mic today,
And
first
Brett-
couple. And we did learn a lot. Get on my face. Hot face. It's another episode of People Might. Give it up for them real quick.
Nepotism.
Nepo. Tell them where they can find you. Oh,
Find me at Broadway Comedy Club and
that's your home club now?
Greenwich.
That's your home club? Grindle.
climbing my way.
Grindle Comedy Club.
Grindle.
Yo.
Find me on the taint.
This is another episode of People's Mic. You can find on iHeartRadio, Spotify, JimPeoples.com. Thank you for being a part of this. We're at Niagara Bar today. We're here every Saturday at 4:30 for the podcast, 5:30 for the open mic. We're back on Monday to Friday at Idle Shrunken Head at 2:15 for the podcast, 3 o'clock for the open mic. You're so unprofessional. And we're going to turn this off and turn it back on at about 5:25 for the mic. So tune into that on the People's Mic page. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel, the People's Mic, and welcome to our sponsor. Not really.
Showers after a tough workout.
Have a good day. Bye.
Mama.